What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman III of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. It is Monday, August 5th. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Excuse me. I had an awesome weekend myself. If you were in Green Bay, I'm sure you had a blast checking out family night. And even if you weren't in Green Bay, to see it there in person, the Packers made the awesome decision to live stream practice on their website, which was great. I didn't have to scour the web and try and find a stream or anything like that. So I got to sit on my couch, hang out, check out all the action. There were over 60,000 people, Packer fans, in attendance Saturday night just for a practice at Lambeau, which is pretty cool to see. Not surprising for us. I know the Eagles tweeted out their stadium was pretty full too for their practice, and I think there were only about 50,000 for them. So not quite on our level, but I will throw some respect their way. Their fans are pretty devoted as well. Just not quite on our level, so that's okay. Not everybody can be as good as we are, which is pretty attainable. So if you were one of them at family night, I hope you guys had a great time. I always recommend going to family night at least a few times, especially if you have kiddos. $10 to get in the Lambeau to watch practice. Can't beat that. So a couple tidbits from family night before we get rolling in the comments section. Max, thanks for hopping on, man. Good to see you. Courtney, been a long time. How you been? Thanks for tuning in. Throw some comments in the section, and we'll get chatting here in just a minute. So Jordan Love had a decent night of practice. He was 11 of 22 overall, so nothing crazy. Had a pair of touchdown passes to Romeo Dobbs, and as we all know, he's just been phenomenal during camp so far. That was practice number 10, so we're 10 practices in. Got a few weeks left of practice, a couple preseason games, and then boom, it's Brazil. It's time for the Eagles, and that's going to be here before we know it. So decent night overall for Jordan. Had a couple touchdowns to Romeo, a touchdown to Christian during one-on-ones, and Jaden Reed as well. Jaden's coming against Kalen King, the 7th rounder out of Penn State, and Christian's coming against Jair. So I know Jair's been kind of getting picked on a little bit during one-on-ones. It was Malik Heath, actually, that had a catch on him in red zone. And although Heath did not get in the end zone, he caught it, and they were jawing at each other for a good 2-3 minutes afterwards. So good to see the competition up there, and Jair just doing Jair things, talking trash, whether he's doing well or not. So that's a quarterback for you. Got to have a quick switch. So quick injury scare during family night with Christian Watson. Jordan threw a pass up the seam and right in the breadbasket, right in his hands. But it was also right between two defenders. So, as everyone else has said, if that throw was being made during a game, Christian Watson got hit up. So, he did take a small hit. Looked like he was grabbing either his wrist or his ribs. But when he came back, he did come back in later in practice. So, I don't think there's any concern there, which is good. A fun note from practice. The Packers had a couple of the walk-on football kids hop on the field and try and catch punts from the jugs machine, which is cool. And the last kid caught 3 straight punts without dropping any of them. So that was cool. Last one, he had 2 footballs in his left hand, and then pretty much caught that 3rd punt with basically his right arm. So I don't think I'd be able to haul in 3 straight punts, so big props to the little guy. He was probably 10 years old, 11 years old. Something he'll never forget. The team was pumped. They all came running on the field afterwards and huddled around him and celebrated. So that was cool to see. Javon Bullard had 2 interceptions, and he's building on his case here. Possibly be the starter next to Xavier McKinney. But as far as I know, it's still a 3-headed monster for that spot. Both Evan Williams and Anthony Johnson Jr. have had great camps. So a couple more weeks to hash that out. 3 preseason games. All three of those guys will be playing a decent amount. Bullard, Williams, Johnson Jr. So that'll be a fun battle to keep watching. Javon Bullard, I feel like he's the guy that's gonna come out on top, but we shall see. Some positive injury news that I am glad to report on. Zach Tom will be back in full at practice this week. He tore his pec earlier this offseason, and he has been practicing, just doing individual stuff though. So it's been pretty noticeable. The offensive line has been struggling to say the least. They've been just getting balled. And I know Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith, Kenny Clark, TJ Slate, Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt. I mean, the D-line is one of the deepest groups on this team. So hopefully with Tom back out there, the offense can kind of get a little more rhythm and groove going. But so far, the offensive line has not been doing good. So hopefully Zach Tom will back will help. Another one, Tucker Kraft. He'll be back at practice this week for the first time all offseason. He tore his pec also earlier this year, and I assume he'll have the same sort of ramp-up period as Zach did. So I don't expect him to be out there in full quite yet. But nonetheless, it'll be great to see him practicing in any capacity. So let's hop in the comment section, shall we? I'm live every morning, chatting it up with you guys. A lot has happened, and a lot will continue to happen as we roll into the season here. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel and join me whenever you are able. Coach Zay from Columbus, how are you? I'm doing great, man. Back in my humble abode here in the office. I was in Green Bay last week checking out training camp, checking out practice, hanging out, having some good food, chilling. Had a great time. And watched Family Night Saturday night, which was great. Chilled at home on the couch. And although we didn't get a ton of action as far as the feed was going, a lot of coverage of the punts and not a whole lot of teams and all that sort of thing. But it was so cool to listen to Wayne Larrabee, Larry McCarron, John. It was great. So I'm doing great, man. Coach Say, thanks for hopping in. Good to see you. Yosef over on Instagram. Did you see the Vikings fans tweet claiming us Packer fans were calling Aaron Jones washed or trash? Ridiculous. Yosef, I did see that. I'm not sure if that was just a troll post or what, but to my knowledge, everybody was pretty sad to see Aaron Jones leave. And then I think we became a little more sad to see that he was joining the Vikings because he was pretty beloved by all of us Packer fans. And paired that with the fact that he finished the season last year with, I think, 4 straight 100-plus rushing yard games. I've always loved Aaron Jones. I think he's still one of the better running backs in the league. And if he can stay healthy for an entire season, he'll do pretty well over there in Minnesota, as much as it pains me to say. So don't fall for the trap, Yosef. I think it was just a troll post. It may be trying to take a shot at Packer fans or one-up. I mean, none of us have been hating on Aaron Jones. So at least real Packer fans haven't been. But, yeah, we'll see how he does over there. I know he's got to stay healthy. That's kind of been his bug the last couple of seasons. So hoping for good things for Aaron Jones. He's a good dude. He was a good Packer. Everything that you want out of a player to represent our team. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you, Yosef, for the question. Appreciate you. Randall, good to see you, man. I'm doing great. Happy Monday morning. I'll be live in the mornings, about 7:15. I'll hop on and chat it up. If you're heading to work, getting ready for work, just hanging out, please join me. I'm always pumped up to talk to the Packers. So, Garrett, have you ever been to family night? And is it worth the trip? I have been to family night. A couple years ago, I went with my family. It was a great time. If you are traveling from a distance, then I'd recommend trying to pair it up with a few regular training camp practices as well. So 2 years ago, it was a Friday night when family night was, and I believe we hit up practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. So we were there for 2 practices down at Ray Nitschke Field, and then capped it off with family night. Friday they do fireworks after. It's $10 a ticket. So I had somebody reach out to me through Twitter and say they had 10 tickets and asked if we wanted them. They weren't going to be able to use them. I said, sure. And there were only 3 of us. And so, yeah, we had 10 seats all together, sitting comfortably. So it was a great time. Yeah, anytime you can get in the Lambeau Field for just, any reason. For this instance, $10 a ticket. You got to try it, and you can't go wrong. So, Garrett, thanks for the question, man. Happy Monday, and hope you have a good day. What do we got? Riley, I am just chilling. Happy Monday morning, man. Good to see you. Alyssa, who's going to be wide receiver 1? That's a great question. There's a lot of options. So I'm thinking it's going to just depend on the week. If everybody can stay healthy, then I think the pecking order is probably Dobbs, Watson, Reed, and Wicks, and then everybody else behind them pretty much to follow. So Dobbs, Reed, Watson, Wicks, just depending on the week and who has the hot hand, I think that's kind of how it'll roll out. And yeah, as far as I think who will rank first in some of the statistical categories, I'll say Romeo has the most catches. Reed will have the most yards, and Watson will have the most touchdowns. So if that group can stay healthy, especially Christian Watson, he's going to be good this year. He's going to be fun to watch. So that's what I'll go with. Thank you for the question, Alyssa. That's a tough question. Throw in the chat who you think will be wide receiver 1, or if we even need one. I don't think we need one. I think that's kind of the popular narrative is, we don't need a wide receiver 1. Who's going to be I think a better way to put the question is who's going to be the receiver when on 3rd and 11, late in the football game, we got it. It's like we got to have it first down. Who's going to be the first option that Jordan will look to? Who's going to be the guy that he's got most trust in, most chemistry? I think so far it's Dobbs, at least from my perspective. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Who's Jordan's go-to on a gotta-have-it 3rd down late in the game? Who's this guy? Edgerrin Cooper, the rookie linebacker. What's your take on him? My take is that he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year. No, but he's fast. That's what I've gathered. He's fast. He hits hard. Don't sleep on Isaiah McDuffie, though. He was second in tackles last year for us. That's how much he played. And I know I'm excited for Edgerrin Cooper. I'm pumped. He hits hard. He's fast. I think him next to Quay Walker is going to be a pretty good duo. But I also think the linebacker room is pretty solid, too, with Isaiah McDuffie right behind him. Tyron Hopper, too. So, don't really have a take so far. I know he had a little groin injury last week. So, yeah, I think Edgerrin Cooper's going to be fun to watch. Romeo Dobbs, Romeo easily. I think that's kind of the consensus, at least so far during training camp, is Romeo is kind of that guy. He's had a great camp. Every single day, he's just been really solid. So I'll go with Romeo with you as well. All right, guys. Quick one this morning. Happy Monday. Hope you have a great day. That's going to do it for me for the show. But the content never stops. I say it every day. I'm always posting anything Packers related all day long. So be sure to be following me on every social platform at GBP Daily. If you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is at GBP Daily over there as well. And I'll be back and at it again tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you all then. And until then, catch you guys later.